The following program is a presentation of Jez Sports. Greetings, wrestling fans. Welcome to the Main Event Podcast. We're here discussing NXT Great American Bash 2023, or the Great American Bash. It's not any Great American Bash. I must be specific. No. It is the Great American Bash. Yeah.
Yes.
And as we fight to get beyond this giant NXT sign, I'm Jez. That's Dan. And we'll get into the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I'm not just talking about this logo. Like, it's pretty ugly, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah. Why are they using the X from the old NXT logo, but the N and the T from the new one?
Because they're lazy.
Well, no, that takes effort to edit it like that. So it's not a laziness thing. It's a what the hell are you doing thing. Did you think that looked good? Is it because there's no room for the star in the middle of the new X? Maybe?
Probably.
Yeah. I don't know. They're still making use of the big trellis that's the circle and the lines coming off it made out of metal that they had for years ago when it was the WWE Great American Bash. We can't not use this. It will get out of the warehouse every year. But it continues the tradition of using old pay-per-view kind of branding for current NXT, and we've got No Mercy as the next one, which was
No Mercy,
one of my favorite ones, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Apart from it's been a bit rubbish weather, but
yeah. I don't think we're getting a summer, or rather that little 2-week period where it was sunny for a little while was our summer. Then this actual summer season with the summer holidays and all that kind of stuff is just rain. But I don't think it's rained here today. It's been overcast at times, but it hasn't rained, so that's decent.
Well, we're supposed to get some hot weather coming up from Spain anyway next week, so
are we?
Yeah, apparently.
Is it still going to rain at the same time? Just be hot and raining, or
probably?
We'll just have like weird tropical storms instead, probably. Because
bring it on.
Why the hell not? Anyway, let's crack into this show. It is the penultimate show in the current quarter of predictions. Great American Bash, SummerSlam, belt decided. The score to date: I am on 86. Dan is on 88.
Yeah,
and
baby.
Given that the WWE events are highly predictable, we'll probably just tie through to the end and you'll win by that 2 points. But we'll see. We shall see. And we've predicted this event, and we'll go through that as we go. Let's start with the kickoff show, then, shall we? Which had an 8-person tag team match. Dragon Lee, Yulisa Leon, and Valentina Feroz, and also Nathan Fraser, he was there too, versus Metaphor. Or the Metaphor. I can't work out which it's supposed to be.
I think you should kick this one off, because I know how much you love Noam Dar.
Oh, Noam Dar, yeah, he's my favourite. Yeah.
Why don't you kick it off?
To be fair, I don't have too much negative to say about this one. It was a pre-show match, and it was fine.
Yeah.
The only bad I've got actually isn't related to the match, and it was Booker T.
Well, that's just a negative throughout, isn't it?
It is, yeah, chatting nonsense. Booker T is good at a great many things. I still maintain that commentary is not one of them. He's an excellent wrestler. He's an excellent promo. He's an excellent trainer. He was excellent on WWE's Most Wanted Treasures. That was good too. So he's probably a good presenter as a result of things like that. But yeah, commentary, it's not his forte. So could we not? Especially because they just let him say whatever the hell he wants, and it's a bit random and off the wall, frankly. So yeah, that was bad. Ugly. Noam Dar
Noam
tripping
Dar.
up. Well, he is ugly, yeah, but Noam Dar tripping up when he was going to deliver his punch, and he just kind of
Yeah.
rolled into him fist
Yeah.
first, and it just looked a bit
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
And then there was another point in the match where Nathan Fraser was stood waiting for Oro Mensah to roll him up. He was stood like close to the ropes, pretty much holding the ropes. He was just waiting to be rolled up. And at one point, he actually went, like, looked
Yeah.
for Mensah. Are we doing
coming?
this? Do you remember the spot? We
this
talked
bit
about
we're
this,
doing?
man. Yeah. So that was weird. He probably should have started like pointing and shouting at someone or something, or just doing anything to not just be stood there going,
yeah,
random. I have 2 good points. It wasn't all bad. Feroce being yeeted over the top ropes. That was beautiful. Looked good. Wasn't so sold on the what was it, a moonsault that the other one did afterwards.
Yeah,
that was
it
was fine, but it wasn't spectacular. And Oro Mensah selling the Hurricane Rana off the apron onto the floor. That was a sick thud, and it made me cringe, and so therefore it was believable. Maybe it really did hurt, and I hope it didn't. But if it did, at least we enjoyed it, and it was worth the craft, as it were. Yeah. But overall, it's all right, decent.
Yeah,
enough.
It was all right. It was fine.
Yeah. Anything to add for you?
Well, Lash Legend did a flip that missed completely. So it was like, well, what was the point of that then? But apart from that, we summed it up.
There you go. I noted to Dan in our pre-show chat that we managed to predict identically throughout this show, even though we submitted our predictions independently. It's almost like WWE events are predictable or something. But, alas, got this one wrong. Because we both went with Metaphor for the win, where the team of Lee, Leon, Feroce, and Fraser. Hey, that's all alliterative. That's cool. Picked up the win in this one. So we're donuts.
Yeah.
To start.
We are donuts. We are the Death Nuts.
I'm sure things will pick up when we get to the main show. The kickoff show doesn't count, really, does it?
Kickoff show doesn't count, really, no.
Let's be honest, yeah.
Even though it does count.
Yeah. It would especially count if one of us got a point and the other didn't, but the fact that neither of us did, I suppose we can say it doesn't count and whatever. Anyway, the main show, The Great American Bash, kicked off with the NXT Tag Team Championships, saying the a lot, Tony D'Angelo and Stax Lorenzo versus Gallus, who are not the Gallus, they're just Gallus.
The Gallus.
Yeah, but
just Gallus.
But Tony D and Stax are the family.
The family.
Not a family, the family.
The family.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to use the a lot because it's,
the family.
It's right here, look. You can see my little finger poking through there.
Oh, yeah, there.
The is everything. Your turn then. Tag Team Championships, go.
I'd say it was all right start to the pay-per-view. I was kind of like, yeah, okay. It was a powerful start. Definitely stuff going on. Joe getting involved. I believe that's his name, Joe Coffey.
Joe Coffey, yeah.
Yeah, I did like that. You got a third member there. Why not use them?
Yeah.
Why not?
Normally he just comes out on the ramp. They do their cool like 3-way handshake thing.
Yeah.
And then Joe books it to the back and just leaves those. No.
Yeah.
No, you're a stable. What's the point? Especially as your heels. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Go to the ring and cause chaos. Yeah.
Stick around, mate.
So I'm glad that he did that. Yeah.
Stick around.
He was especially baity and distracty, I felt, in this, and it was good.
Yeah.
I'm with you there. Yeah.
I liked it when who was it? Tony was pinning Mark Kofi. Was he Mark pinning him? I don't know. He's doing something. And then Wolfgang came to do like a senton onto him, and Tony just went, "Oh, I'll just move then," and just landed on Mark. And Wolfgang was just like, "Ah."
Wolfgang was great in this match, actually.
He was very good, actually.
I think
he
it was
was all
probably
over the
Wolfgang's
place.
best match he's ever had in NXT, to be
Yeah,
fair. Like, he was on
yeah.
form.
Bring him on. Again, Joe trying to get the bat involved.
Mm-hmm.
Again, dirty heel. And then what I did like was Tony D using the crowbar.
Yes.
Because why not? They're going to use a weapon. We'll use a weapon.
Yeah, and the hit was particularly good as well. It looked vicious.
Yeah.
It really looked like he laid that crowbar into his skull. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Fair play.
I watched this event with my girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
Because she's never watched wrestling before. And she's quite interested in watching it, getting introduced to it. So I thought I'll start her off on this, then we'll watch SummerSlam next week. So we watched it, and when she saw that, she actually went, "Holy expletive!" You know, just like, how is he still alive? I was like, that's because it's well done.
Yeah,
But,
absolutely.
yeah, apart from that, it was fine.
Yeah. I mean, I've got one more good to go on top of yours, and then I don't really have anything bad. I've got one ugly thing.
No.
The power bomb that knocked Wolfgang into the steps. That whole spot, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
That's quite a unique way of being thrown into the steps, and you don't see many unique things in wrestling anymore, so that was cool.
Yeah.
No bads, but ugly. The rat sounds in the entrance.
Oh yeah.
There was just no need for that. That's just no need. Ew. No.
Yeah.
No, thank you. Let's not do that. That was
no. Yeah.
No, thank you. But where we failed on the kickoff, we succeeded to open the show. We both picked Tony D and Stax to win the tag team titles. It would have been stupid if they didn't, quite frankly. This has been building for months and months. So, all that to say, congratulations to us. We're the ones. Very
Acknowledge us.
Weapons Wild match. Blair Davenport versus Roxanne Perez. My turn, isn't it? So I will kick off by saying Weapons Wild is a crap name for something that is just a no DQ match.
Yeah.
It's just a no disqualification. Stop trying to make it something more than it is.
Yeah.
I'll go into the ugly because, again, it wasn't really to do with the match. Roxanne Perez's sister laughing when Blair Davenport was shouting at her.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I know you're a kid, but come on, man. Get with the program.
Yeah.
You're either supposed to shout back at Blair Davenport and tell her what a bleep she is, or you sit down and you like back off and be put in your place.
Yeah.
Not laughing.
Yeah.
And she was trying to hold the laugh back, but just no. Useless. Good, because it was decent. I quite enjoyed this.
Yeah, it was decent,
Davenport starting the match in a hoodie in the crowd.
Yeah.
That was cool. Just in general, Blair Davenport's chair shots, I thought they were pretty well done. They looked pretty good. The whipping with the belt, that was nasty, and then locking it around the wrist and using that to like whiplash each other over the barricades. That was cool. And it was kind of comical, but it was also quite good. Roxanne Perez being kicked off the ring apron and just going splat outside the ring between the apron and the table. I'm not sure if that was intended, but she went splat, and it was fun.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
just overall decent enough match with a stupid name, really.
Yeah.
Anything from you?
Yeah. Nope.
No. It's pretty by the numbers, no DQ, but it did the job. We both went for Roxanne Perez, so that gives us another point each, and we will move to 2. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, Baron Corbin versus Gable Steveson. I've got a lot to say about this one, but I'll let you go first. Go on.
It was no.
What didn't you
No,
like about it?
a lot of it. Gable Steveson just did not look right. Just everything he did just did not look right.
Yeah, I mean, in my ugly, I've got the crowd's "You're not angle" chants,
Yeah,
which is true. Like he's
yeah,
not. But come on, man, don't be rude. That was harsh
yeah,
for a guy
yeah,
making his debut. It's like, yeah, you're right.
yeah,
I'm not one of the greatest of all time. I'm my own guy. But
yeah.
yeah, that was harsh. The crowd really didn't like him,
No,
and I
I
know
mean
that
I
there's
understand why.
there's some controversy about something he did in college. I really haven't got to the bottom of what he's been accused
No,
of, but clearly he's either got away with it or it's not true.
yeah,
You know, the people do not forgive, and the internet does not
yeah,
forget. So who knows what
no,
that's about? But uh, there's a lot of parallels here to Kurt Angle. Obviously, some of them
mm,
by
mm,
design, some of them not.
mm,
The main one for me is that why have they brought him in as a baby face? Because in
mm,
the same way that when Kurt Angle came into the WWE, he was like, right, I'm going to be a babyface. You know, I'm an Olympic gold
mm,
medalist. Why wouldn't the people
mm,
cheer for me?
mm,
Like,
mm,
I'm an
mm.
American hero. And
Yeah,
the story goes, Vince was like, yeah, they don't tend to like that wrestling
yeah,
crowds very much. Yeah. So actually, we're going to make you a heel. For
yeah,
all of those reasons, because you won a gold
yeah,
medal and because you're an American hero,
yeah,
like
yeah,
they're gonna hate you for that, and we're gonna lean
yeah,
into it. And
yeah.
so, why is Gable Steveson not following the same path? Hopefully, they will now that they've realized that
Mm.
people just generally don't
People
like
just
him.
don't want him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
yeah. Anyway, carry on. What else didn't you like?
Uh, the double count out.
Yeah, that was ugly, as far as I'm
Just
concerned.
was it necessary? No. Does this mean it's going to drag on for a lot longer? Yes. Do we want it to drag on for a lot longer? No. Just
No,
yeah, just stupid.
it is a bit daft, and I just really think they're struggling to book Gable Steveson, and they really don't know what to do with him.
Yeah, they don't know
Likewise,
what to do with them.
they don't really know what to do with Baron Corbin either. Like
Yeah,
they're trying
who's got
to,
a new gimmick and everything.
yeah. So in my bad, I've got burn the ships.
Yeah,
Like
what ships?
what the f does that even
Are you a
mean?
pirate?
Are you a Viking?
Yeah, I
Are
like
you
the song.
are you
His
just
new song.
just an arsonist that
Yeah,
specializes in ships? What's going on here?
yeah,
So
yeah.
why is
Somebody
this
rings him up.
better than the
Somebody
lone
rings him
wolf?
up. Can you burn down a house for me? Nope, I only do ships.
I only do ships.
I can do you a great quote on a
Mm.
ship.
Unfortunately, somebody has written me a song and it says "burn the ships." So I'm kind
Yes.
of my hands are tied. I'm sorry, I can't really
Yeah.
burn anything
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
Come back later. Maybe they'll do a remix. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was
Yeah.
weird. But
Yeah.
I like that they are trying to build Corbin back up, because I feel like they've
Yeah.
done that a few times and it's failed. But they should
Mm.
have just let him go back to being lone wolf.
They should, yeah, because he came back to NXT as Lone Wolf, didn't he? He had
And
the
they did the
music and
spotlight
everything.
entrance, and it was amazing,
Yeah,
and I loved it.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
and they should have just left it at that and just
Especially because
let
they
him like,
changed it. They kind of modernized the spotlight entrance, where
yeah,
they just
yeah,
moved around rather than him stepping into it, and so it
yeah,
was different. But
yeah.
yeah, or they could have
They
just
should.
made a new song that incorporated the ship burning into being a lone wolf that burns ships. It doesn't make any less sense.
No,
So
it doesn't make any less sense.
it can't make any less sense than it already does. So why not be
No.
a lone wolf that burns ships,
Yeah,
also plays poker and wears a Hawaiian shirt? Because
yeah.
just get it all in there. Again, it
Mm,
can't make any less sense.
mm,
Yeah. So that was all the bad and the ugly as far as I'm concerned. Did you like
mm.
anything?
Not really.
I'm going to give credit where it's due. I think that Gable
Mm,
Stevenson's belly to belly suplex looks great. I do
Okay.
like his belly-to-belly suplex. I think that's the one move that he's got down, and it's a very Olympian move, so fair play. And just in general, it was kind of ruined by the double count out, but the symmetry of Baron Corbin retiring one gold medalist and debuting another.
Yeah.
I'm sure it is intentional, but I don't want to give too much credit for certain thoughts, especially as pertains to NXT.
Don't give NXT credit.
Yeah, but I just like the symmetry of that. It fit.
Yeah.
It was kismet.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was there, and we'll see it again next month, or whenever No Mercy is.
Yeah.
Unless
don't give NXT too much credit, because remember, Wendy Chu.
But at least she's dead now, or whatever is going on. She broke her
I've no
leg,
idea what's happening.
I don't know. She's not there. Slurping.
Yeah, she's not there, so it's fine.
Hugging pillows and stuff.
Yeah.
And weird. Anyway, I'm going to give us credit for this because screw it. If we make us suffer, then I'm going to take the credit for it. A double count out means nobody wins, but it also means everybody wins. So therefore, we get the point for it, and that takes us to 3. Screw it. As I said, we picked the same anyway. So I probably would have given us a point each, regardless of what we picked in this instance, because screw you. NXT North American Championship. Dirty Dominic Mysterio. They're going with that now. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Versus Wesley versus Mustafa Ali.
Yeah.
It's me, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
It's interesting. Just as a reflex, I've written triple threat in my bad, but this was all right, actually, because...
This is... Whoa. Everyone. Jeremy has just said a triple threat was all right.
It was all right.
Mark your calendars. This is never happening again.
But let me tell you why it was all right.
Okay.
It's because of Dom, basically. They either double teamed him, ergo giving everyone something to do, or they just got rid of him.
Yeah.
And then they fought between themselves. So it wasn't, triple threat turn takey as usual. It was triple threat. Let's beat up Dom because lol.
Yeah.
And that made it a better match as far as I'm concerned. So I put it in there as a reflex because I couldn't not put it in there. I hate triple threat matches, but if they were all like this, I would be okay.
Yeah.
Nothing ugly as far as I'm concerned.
No.
And many, many goods. Here we go.
Go.
Dominic Mysterio running away from Ali and Lee. That was fun. Playing the chicken expletive heel. Good job.
Yeah.
Dom being chopped in the corner when Ali and Lee ducked out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to call them Al Lee when I'm talking about both of them.
Yeah. Okay.
Ali, Lee, and Al Lee. There you go.
Yeah.
Hope you can hear the intonation and the slight difference in my voice there. Otherwise, it's going to get quite confusing. But that was good. They just kept ducking away, and he was like, no, not again. So that was good. Mustafa Ali's Boston Crab and Camel Clutch combo submission.
Yeah.
That was cool. Wesley getting riptided, for lack of a better term, through a table.
Yeah.
It's good to see Rhea Ripley getting involved, as always.
Yeah.
Rhea Ripley losing her damn mind when Wesley kicked out. That was fun.
Yeah.
And specific kudos to Dom's frog splash. I thought that was one of the best frog splashes.
It was on point, wasn't it?
That he's ever done. And I think it's probably better than a lot of Eddie Guerrero's old frog splashes. Definitely better than Rey Mysterio's frog splashes, because his were awful.
Yeah.
He barely got the frog in at all. It was mostly just splash. So but he was paying tribute, but he wasn't very good at it. Yeah. I enjoyed this match. It was good.
Yeah, so did I. Yeah. Got to see Rhea Ripley as well.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. One other thing I'll put is when Lee jumped over the ropes over Ripley.
Yeah, you could see it was coming,
know,
and I actually called it out. I was like, he's going to jump
yeah,
straight over the top of that, and he
yeah,
did, and it was impressive,
yeah,
and he didn't break anything. So kudos. I definitely would have done myself a mischief then if I'd have tried to do that.
Yeah, he landed that perfectly.
Yeah, and it was good.
He's almost like a younger Ricochet.
Except they're about the same age, because like Wesley has been going for years, man.
Has he?
Like, yeah, he debuted in TNA when it was TNA. Desmond Xavier. That has to be late 2010s. So like he's been on mainstream wrestling longer than Ricochet and has been around for ages. Yeah.
Okay, he's a smaller Ricochet with more hair.
Okay, fair enough. He has got more hair. I'll definitely give you that. Let's see when he how old he is first of all, and when
Get
he
the
debuted.
Google.
So he is. I thought Wikipedia told you. Oh yeah, there he is. Okay, he's 28. I did think he was older than that. God, how old was he when he debuted in Impact Wrestling? Oh, it was a lot later than I thought it was. I'm really misremembering. Okay. It was 2017. I thought it was easily 10 years before that.
And how old is Ricochet?
Next question. I would guess.
Have a guess.
I would guess that Ricochet is 34.
I'm going to say 35.
He is 34.
Damn it.
Nailed it. Yeah. Do you know what Ricochet's real first name is?
What?
Trevor. So that's what we'll call him now, obviously. Trevor Shea, which is kind of like a medieval weapon, but not quite. Anyway, we're off the rails again. Was that your final thoughts on the NXT North American Championship
match? It was
match?
Indeed.
Okay. Then that's to say we both went for Dirty Dom for the win, and that takes us to 4.
4 Horsemen, baby.
Speaking of 4, I bet AEW were really pleased with the amount of screen time that Marina Shafir got on Raw on Monday night. She was on there a whole lot.
Yeah.
They'll probably sign Jessamine Duke now, just so that, she's fresh in everyone's mind, although she was terrible. NXT Women's Championship submission match.
Yes.
Tiffany Stratton versus Thea Hale. I think it's going to be a short show. We're burning through this quite pacily.
Yeah. I think this one was a bit of a come down from the last match.
Mm-hmm.
I would say it was a good match.
It wasn't bad, but
it wasn't bad, but it was a come down
special. From
the North American Championship. I liked that Tiffany decided to go straight for a pin.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, no, there's no pins in this. And she had a bit of a temper tantrum. Working on the back of Thea Hale. Great. And just Thea Hale.
Oh, really? You like Thea Hale?
I like Thea Hale because she's, as I described to my girlfriend, because she said, so what do I need to know about these two? I said, well, Tiffany is your stereotypical Hollywood spoiled brat sort of character. And Thea Hale is basically a human equivalent of a can of Red Bull.
Yeah.
She's like, okay.
she's basically the Tasmanian devil without the drool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Effectively.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that personally. That's not for me.
Yeah. Apart from that, not many other things. I've got a few bads, which was Thea's dive to the outside, where she basically fluffed it completely.
Mm-hmm.
And Tiffany kind of had to save her.
Yeah.
Also, the Boston Crab kind of dragging on for way too long.
Yeah, I've got...
And the fact that you could see that Tiffany just kept on dropping it. It's like...
Yeah.
I was like, come on, guys.
Yeah, come on.
This is going on way too long.
Clearly, you've been lifting the weights, but you haven't been doing the squats. Come on. Like, get those legs going.
Yeah.
It's not good
Yeah.
enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've only got one good. I've got more bad and
Yeah.
ugly than anything else.
Yeah.
Which may be unfair, but Thea Hale was just completely green in this match, and she is, very young and still learning, still developing. But you put her in a championship match, and she should be ready for that. Really,
Yeah.
I know they haven't got a whole lot of choices. The women's division in NXT is a little bit thin, but there you go.
Yeah.
This was set up as Thea Hale being the submission specialist after her training with what's his face, Regal's kid, and not Regal's kid.
Oh, Will Dempsey?
No, he's not Will.
It's something Dempsey.
Yeah. Dave,
And
Steve,
then,
Michael, I don't know.
And then Drew
Jack?
Gulak.
No, not Jack.
No, Dempsey.
Colin? No.
Oh, no.
Mike? No. Can't remember. Dempsey, whatever his name is. Freddie Dempsey, that'll do. Yeah, but Stratton looked more like the submission specialist throughout this match.
Yeah,
she caught Hale several times and turned it into unique submissions. I just felt like she did a better job of being that submission person. As you said, dropping the Boston Crab, that was bad. Uglies from me. The back body drop that dropped Tiffany Stratton on her head.
Yeah.
That's not good. And the exploder suplex from the top rope.
Yeah.
Neither women had balance.
No.
You probably should have given up on this thing before it even developed, really, and just pushed each other off instead or something. It was... You were so committed to doing that spot that you didn't really stop to consider whether you should or whether it was safe. And the answer was not really. Luckily, it worked out and nobody got hurt, but it was ill-advised, and neither were really ready to do that. So but good. Just Tiffany Stratton in general.
Yeah,
I think she's developing really nicely, and I'm a really big fan of Tiffany Stratton. I think she's got a big future in WWE. Like, I would liken her in the best possible way to Trish Stratus, in that she has that kind of character, has developed from nothing, because she didn't have any indie wrestling experience. She came through the I think she came through the NIL program, or if she didn't, then she just came from doing bodybuilding and all that kind of stuff. But is really coming on nicely, and I know she's had some extra tuition from I can't remember which legend it is, but there's another legend that she has sought out to give her instruction, and it's paid off. I think she's great, and decent reign with the championship and up to the main roster. I think promos are on, everything's on. I think she's great, so kudos. And the other good I have is Andre Chase throwing in the towel.
Yeah,
because it sets up a lot of future story. It sets up the possibility of them fighting again down the line, hopefully after a long gap, but we'll see. But it also continues that story of descent within Chase U. I'm sure that what's his name, Duke Hudson, won't agree with the throwing in of the towel, and he'll start to split a little bit more.
Have you watched NXT this week yet?
No, not yet. No.
Something happens. I won't tell you.
Okay.
So something happens to do with the dissension in Chase U.
I see. No, I've barely caught up with Raw. I watched Raw today. That was my my wrestling time for the day. Yeah. Okay. I will look forward to that. But yeah, fair enough. And that about covers that match, I think.
Yes, it does.
So we both went for Tiffany Stratton.
Surprise, surprise.
And that takes us to just 5 points each.
Just 5 points.
Main evento, NXT Championship. Carmelo Hayes defending against Ilya Dragunov. I'm kind of torn about this one because it was a decent match, but yet there was something missing, something lacking. And then the only bad I have is the anticlimactic end.
Yes.
I don't really understand the logic of putting Ilya Dragunov in this match unless you intended for him to win the championship.
Yeah.
It doesn't really leave him anywhere to go not winning because, he's come from NXT UK where he never lost his championship, a championship that is on par with the NXT championship.
Yeah.
He also beat Gunter for that championship. He, withstood the onslaught that is that Gunter's chops and general smashing the living hell out of you.
Yeah.
But he can't take a few slaps from Carmelo Hayes and then loses fairly handedly and easily.
Yeah.
It just doesn't really leave him anywhere to go. And I don't really... Again, lacking main event caliber people to put Carmelo against, I guess. But I just don't like the whole thing. And it drew away from the match, which is a shame because the match was really good.
Yeah.
I've got lots of goods from it. The pace of the match being slow and physical. I've been watching a lot of Japanese wrestling in G1, and it just seemed like a match that would fit there, really, with the kind of strong style of the chops and the real physicalness of it. So that was cool. The German suplexes from Dragunov. He's expert at that. They should just rename it the Russian suplex at this stage. Carmelo's slap across Dragunov's face, that was nasty. That looked good. The head scissors in which Carmelo slammed Ilya on his face. I tried to watch it again and did he actually? Was this a botch? Did he actually slam his face into the mat? And I couldn't tell. So that kind of blurring of reality and not was decent. And the constant countering of big moves rather than kicking out of finishes. I like that. Yeah, there was one move, the running forearm that he probably shouldn't have kicked out of, but I'll accept that. It's not really a finisher. It's a signature, it's not a finisher, so I'll accept that. But yeah, decent, just weirdly lacking somewhere.
Yeah. Agree with you completely.
Yeah. I mean, this event was pretty much, down the line by the numbers.
Yeah.
We predicted it perfectly. That is to say that we got this one right as well. And that takes us to Detroit, Michigan, wherever it is on my hand. I can't remember.
About there.
Yeah, it's about there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that means that our score to date stays roughly the same, just increased by the same amount. I am on 92. You are on 94, still leading by 2 because that's how
94.
That's how maths works. You had
The
the same
year I
number
was
to both.
born.
The year that Desmond Xavier Wesley was born as well.
There you go.
So there you go. Yeah. So now, Dan, all that leaves us to do is to give this show a rating. I ask you today to give me a rating for NXT, The Great American Bash. A rating out of 5 predictable matches.
Yeah. I'd say it was better than fine because there was a few matches that were enjoyable. But at the same time, I wasn't wowed by it. I'm not going to go to a 3. I'm going to go 2.75.
Yeah, we are definitely on the same wavelength here. 2.75 is where I'm at as well.
Yeah.
It wasn't just fine straight down the middle. There was enough to drag it up. Tiffany Stratton in her part of the match was great.
Yeah.
The triple threat, for a triple threat to be good, was wonderful.
Yeah.
The opening match was good. The Weapons Wild match was good. So, 2.75. Not quite enough for a 3. Right there with you.
There you go.
And there you go. Clocking in at just under 40 minutes. That is our show. We'll not waste any time. Begin to play out of here. We'll be back for the final show of this quarter.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not going anywhere, but
it's
that's just how we run things. The end of this quarter will come with WWE SummerSlam this Saturday, and we'll be back next week to discuss it. And hopefully, we'll differ by at least 2 matches. Well, it's going to have to be 3 matches for me to win, but at least 2 matches that I get right and you don't, and then I take the belt. But it's probably not going to happen. We're gonna do the exact same thing, and I'll just have to cry instead, I guess.
Yeah.
So tune in to Grand Man Cry next week on this show. Until then, I've been Jez.
I've been Dan.
This is the Main Event Podcast. Goodbye.
Bye.